Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Fournette, a first down carry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 49-yard line.
Easy. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Foles. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Set. 180. Watch the run. Down to hit.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 59. Hey. 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. 59. Get that ball.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check 13.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
On first down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check 26. Check 26. Yes. 41 to Mike. 40 recon. 1 to go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Go, go. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A shotgun give to Fournette. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. Fournette running out of the gun. Fournette fighting through. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Pick! Purple 64!
He'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Switch.
Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Check 6 guys. That's it. Mike's 50. Cross the pass. Down him, go.
Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
64's down, he's coming. 6.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Calais Campbell on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, check. Mike 50. No chance.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
At the 6-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
You got it. You got it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Check. Great.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's studying and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way, and boy, he can get hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
25, check 25, check 25. Alert. 25. Short. Check. Fresno. And let's go.
Watson off play action. Finding fouls complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got double up.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Watson, and he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now Fournette. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
12.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
180. Under. Easy. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Go. 180.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 26-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the run, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Shark's got it left side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 30-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Foles. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
He's going to float this one deep. He's got a man. Complete. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Texans' 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? What we got? Tight off. Silent.
Now Foles. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Here's Foles. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Foles going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack.
You draw corker. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Back. Hey, go. Sound good.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Lambo to add on the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, wahoo!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Mike 50. Watch the run. They're running it. Hey. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. 55. Strip that ball. 50's the Mike. 50's the Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
To throw on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Watson Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26, and this will be a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 2nd and 7, Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Nifty move. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here, and I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Now a first down throw. Watson to the right side, complete to Miller. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Watch out, watch out. Check 31.
Now Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 31! Mike 50. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go, learn.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. The Bills, they're just continuing to pour it on. A win would be their second on the young season.
Henry, 57's right. I'm not ready. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. We got to get the ball, D.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Will Fuller. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
59. 57.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Rush in. Check 24. Check 24. Check. Crunch. Let him go. Whip. Alert. Watch the whip.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. After the penalty, it's Fournette. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help him along.
Tempo, tempo, tempo. Hey, watch your leg. Jim. Hey, shoulder.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go.
Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to bring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Flush to his right, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Don't get nervous. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Out we go.
Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That's good for a Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
44's Mike. Check. 66. Half. 44's the Mike. 54. All day, baby. All day.
Watson on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They begin with a run by Fournette. Fournette fighting through. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Hayden Cole.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Receiver. Check. 3 down. Hatch it. Hey, Kaden. Here we go.
Foles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Hey,
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, Foles and the Jags now have to deal with a 3rd and long after that sack. Now Foles. Sharks got it, left side. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This to win it in overtime. And that is no good. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check 13. Check alert. Off. Down, go.
Here's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
44, Mike, let's go. Check 26. Hey, 59. Hold the look. Hey, we got to snap it. Mike,
a shotgun snap for Watson, and he's going to go down again. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The Texans send the punter out. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great.
Come on, fellas. For first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field.